I told my boys it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs it ain't no limit. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. I'm whipping in track hall with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like Travis Kelce, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it open. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just run the jersey. It's the first half, and we done dropped 30. We just up to scoring them, boy, man. I told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in.
As far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Denver Broncos. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Taking it about the 16. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Steps away, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Tua. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, Well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Okay, ready?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And some room to maneuver. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. 44 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd down, Williams looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
14. Hey, 0.
They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Again, it's Williams. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 73 yards rushing for him in his first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Williams is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
14.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will strike first here in this wild card matchup. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Moore, the man in motion. To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Down.
2 and a throw again. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front. Allowed the secondary to get home.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Williams. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. They'll give to Williams, running right. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now, they could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds Hopkins complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
2 and now on 1st down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now Tua. And his throw is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
He's been a one-man dynamo on this drive so far. You know the other receivers would love to get involved. But right now, his skill and his play has his team in a great position to put 6 points on the board.
Now Tua going to try and sneak it. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, Charles, they were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 88 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Maybe the threat of Russell Wilson running the football there and him handing it off opened a little bit of a lane.
It does, and what also helps, his unselfishness, because he's not a quarterback who's going to take it every time and pull it from the running back and keep it. He will hand it inside when the reads are correct.
Down at the 25. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now Wilson. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold.
Here we go.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. First play of the drive, going for 14 and also going for a first down. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Tua. And this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Sliding out of the pocket. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Come on, set. Watch it, stick.
Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. It's complete to Hopkins. He will have the conversion and more than that. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. That's Samuel, caught left side. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. That brings up third and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And the slot man goes in motion left. Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have tied things up here in the fourth. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Wilson. That is caught. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. He'll get this up to about the 44.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams.
111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Tua going to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Taking a shot for Samuel. It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Tagovailoa. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Here's Mostert.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go, set. Come on, 38. Catch, man.
One more time with Mostert. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the fourth. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he goes out right around the 39. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Now Williams running left. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball pops.
Williams loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They still need one completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
Here we go.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Tua steps away to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
The slot man in motion right. Here's Tua. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a...
Yeah.